we're going to see a demo on how to set up your city street. The first city street that I'm going to demo for you guys is a street that comes all the way down and continues off the page. So if this is the type of city street you want, we're going to get that set up. So I am working on a paper that's half the size of what you're going to be working on in class, and we're going to turn our paper's portrait because I feel like it just seems to fit a little bit better. And we're going to set up our horizon line somewhere between the midway point, which is 18 inches long, so it's going to be around 9 to 7 inches, and it's up to you. If you want a little bit higher horizon line, go right in the middle of the page. If not, go to 7. So you take a ruler, measure up, and I'm just going to eyeball it. Please do me a favor to figure out where you want to put it. Make sure it's no longer than halfway. Turn your paper sideways, put it up against that little black strip. There's my little line right down the bottom. And very, very lightly, because all these lines are going to disappear, draw your line straight across. I know mine is super light, it might be a little difficult to see, but you see going right through there. Next, we're going to drop our horizon line. We'll receive one of our vanishing points. If you want it dead center, we are 12 inches across, so measure over 6 inches, put a little dot. If it's off to the side a little bit, you might see a little bit more of the side of the street over here, as opposed to moving your dot here. We see a little bit more on this way. It's up to you. Most kids just throw it right in the middle. Nice little dot right in the middle, measure over 6 inches if you do want it dead center. As we come down to the bottom of our page, we don't want to have our street really, really weirdly wide. So this is about 4 inches in to the sidewalk. So we'll measure over the equivalent of 4 inches. Since this paper's half the size, I'll go maybe 2. I'm going to duplicate the same on this side. Measure, get it close, take your triangle, line it up, and very, very lightly, because you might be changing some parts of this drawing, draw your orthogonals going down. Very, very light, just dark enough that you can see. Once we have that in, we're going to think about our buildings. How big are our buildings going to be? Because we do want to put a sidewalk on here. If we add a sidewalk in, and that is this big, but our doors are only this big on there, that's going to be like a 40-foot long sidewalk, which is a little large. So you want to keep that in mind. So maybe we'll go over 1 inch. So you measure from this edge here over 1 inch, put a nice light dot, connect your lines very lightly. Again, things might change. Measure the same amount over here, measure over 1 inch. Again, mine's a little bit smaller. Nice and light. There's your city street. I always like to have my first building, maybe going off my page. It's really up to you, but I'm going to put in a building like this on this one side. So my bottom of my building will be off my page, maybe right down the end. So we figured it wants to be right around here coming up, so put this against your black strip, put your paper against your black strip, triangle against the black strip. How tall do you want your building? Nice and light. It's going to go back into space. So very, very lightly. You don't need to draw all the way back if you know your building's going to cut off somewhere around there. Straight up and down. Down to your sidewalk. Turn your paper. We got to get the front of this building put on. We go put that against your edge. Straight across. And once again, straight across. So we can drop doors and windows on here. If we want it back a little bit further, like this side, we see the front of the building. Maybe it's on a corner. We come in, edge of the building is right there. Put it up against a triangle, up against the black strip, straight up. It's really up to you how tall you go. Turn your paper sideways, put it against the black strip. I don't have one, so I'm just kind of eyeballing it, but I'm still lining up, straight across. Turn the top, let's get the top, straight across. Nice and light, because sometimes things change to your vanishing building off. Everything against your black strip, straight down. There's the front of your building. Always check your buildings, make sure that the front of your building, and it's always this side, has a straight up and down right, a straight up and down left, which is on this building off our page somewhere, a straight across top, and a straight across bottom. That's a good way to check to make sure it's correct. Every side of the building has a straight up and down front and back, a 2-year vantage point bottom, and a 2-year vantage point top.